Okay, my friends, I'm gonna make a very honest review because I'm an artist and also I'm an engineer, and I like to do things in a good way. And I find out that there is a many YouTubers that they like to sell you something, you know. They show you very professionally, and they show the bench, all these modeling kits and a lot of paints, you know, that they buy. But they all work together. They're mostly from Australia, UK, and United States. Okay, well, I started on this. Maybe I got a little late on this because I never buy something until I need it. So I do exhibitions. And sometimes when I'm moving the paints out of the car, I put it back. And sometimes the little corners of my work gets scratches, gets wear out, or peel off a little bit. So that was the idea to get a little portable compressor to fix it right away. So let's start with this one that I got a review before. You can check in the link below, maybe up there. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I got this one first, and this one came from AliExpress because I wanted to go cheap, and you know, the cheap to know, too expensive. It's not bad, but I mean, if you're a beginner, anything is good. I mean, I start with things worse than this, and since I didn't like the first one, because they lie also, there are a lot of lies in the advertising, I got this one that is supposed to be better. But in reality, it's pretty much the same. This one has more pressure, but not for very much. So let's start with the good airbrushes. Let me show you this one came from. This is from, and this is the brand. So I'm not going to mention names, but you can see it. I mean, all this is transparent. So I got this one, and I decided to go for this one. So, but this is always a big lie and confusing thing, you know. These guys say it also here. They say the motor can reach 28 to 32 psi, but that's the pressure motor, right? And the working pressure, it's 20 psi. Also, they say this is a little bit confusing, complicated for some customers. If you want to know the pressure, you can send this information to after the sale. Of course, once you buy it, they tell you that it's 20 psi and not 32. So the advertising show you this. When you open and get the package, you find out this. well, that's the way they work. So when you buy a compressor, they don't give you all these confusing things in order to sell you something. Let's say if somebody sells you a compressor, they say that the compressor will run to 30 PCI. This is what you expect. 30 real PCI. I mean, coming out of here, or what the gauge shows you. They don't fool around about talking to you about the inner pressure and all these things. So first of all, none of these compressors will compares to a real compressor. Let me show you a real compressor. That's one. I made it. It's super silent, and also is a doctor's compressor. You can make one of these. I mean, if you have a little research in the internet, there's a lot of tutorials that you can make a very quiet compressor with real pressure, and not those things that they're trying to sell you, because the excuse that it's small, it's portable, and it doesn't make too much noise, and all this, you know. So I decided to try it, to try it. No, I wasn't happy. Honestly, I wasn't happy. I mean, you coming out of nothing, but this can be a little help, you know. But just get one of those, make one of those, or get one of those, or get something similar one of those. There's a brand, it's called California also. They have a small, like this, but this is a 1 horsepower compressor, and there is a version that is a half horsepower compressor. Also, you're gonna have to modify a little things a bit, like you're gonna have to get the filter. It doesn't come with the filter. And also, you want it quiet, you're gonna have to get one of those switch pressure switch, because this makes a little bit of noise when it shuts off, like psst. I guess you don't want that. However, you can make a foamy box made of this foamy thing, and just adjust it to your size. You know, the other one is a smaller size, and it's a double piston. It is a very good. Not really too quiet, but still, but it's a very good compressor. But I use this one for my professional work with a real gun, and I want to use for the airbrush. You're gonna have to make a little attachment like this, connections, and then you can put your hose here, your airbrush hose there, and that's it, you know. This shows you 40, 20, 60, whatever. That's gonna be the real pressure. Besides, you got another gauge here that shows you the inner pressure tank. So no gimme things. None of this. We're just gonna use the compressors. So let's take out this thing. We don't need it anymore. This is the most important part of this one. It says that working pressure 10 to 20 psi. Of course, after you buy the product, because this comes inside, and you know that this is your real pressure, your working pressure. This is how they call it. The rest, I think you know, is about the how to charge it and but the and so let's go to the testing. Let's start with the hooking up. Let's bring the. Let's keep going with this guy. I was forgetting. I'm sorry. This looks to be a decent airbrush. I like it how it comes. Let me turn off the other light. Now, okay. Now you can see the inside. It's very well done. I love it. Easy to clean. Very soft trigger. I like that. Of course, you can give tension. I mean, over here inside, and also you can put this stopper. Let's put this stopper all the way. Okay, got it all the way. Let's open up this thing. Let's see the brush. One thing I would like to suggest is to polish your needle, so you will get something similar to knife. So it's very oily, good for that. It's also good. But I don't have a microscope to see the. It's easy to polish it. Get any metal polish it. Put this in your drill. You make it work slow, and you pass it with you polish it, and that's it. You will get a nice piece of tool to work with. I think it's worth it. This airbrush, but we're not going to review this. We do it later maybe. And let's keep going. With this, I'm gonna use the .35. This is more similar to the .3, which is the one that comes. All these kits comes in with 3 millimeters. I mean, it's for a, let's say this way, for fine detail work. Okay, but this guy should be enough to tell you the truth. This is a .35. This is a 0.5. Same brand. Eclipse Iwata. Just turn one of these into a 0.5 millimeters. It will be just like the Revolution. The other one back there is the micron. I don't use it because in order to use the micron, you just use a stable brush. I mean, instead of going ridiculous, crazy small, you just use the brush, or you make dots. It will be same effect. So let's go with the pressure before I start forgetting things. Okay, 20. You see it? You saw that? 20. Okay, that's what the manual says after you buy the compressor. Before you paint anything, you don't paint in a shiny thing like this, like many people say. I mean, if you want to paint professionally, you have to make a real itch in there. I mean, you can use, let's see if I got here any sandpaper. And you just get anyone with this very small grid, like a micro sandpaper, like a 500 number or 600 or 1000, whatever. or just simply get one, simply get a Scotch Brite. Just pass it by a little bit like this, so the glare will go on, and it's ready now to accept the paint. Actually, before you use any primer, this is what you should use. We call it promotor here in my country. You should have something similar to that. This is like a liquid, but this is like a primer. After that, you can put the primer if you want. You use the primer, it has to be 2 layers. You spray this one first, and before this one dries, you should apply your paint, either one of this or that one. So it should dry at the same time. It should make like a 2 layers, like just one coat. That's it. Okay, let's go for the paint test, and we're gonna try, let's see, this compressor with this airbrush. That's the .35. Oh, let's do it quick before this I run out of time. I think I said. Okay, let me use this one. This is, you can see the consistency on the wall. More there. It should be ideal for spraying. See, it's grainy. We do it on the other side, on the opaque side. Still the same. Now, same paint. On my compressor at 33 psi. It can be 30. See the difference? How it sprays it? So I think it's a big line within these guys, but anyways, showing you the truth. Nobody pays me. I love from my art. You can check my site, angelartmx.com, and this is how I make a living. Not by making some people buy things that they want to run a business. Okay, let's go really quick with a thicker paint. Okay, this paint will be like a primer, sort of like a primer because it's very thick. So I'm gonna run it right now. Straight off my straight out of my my compressor, not this one, the real one, with a 0.5 millimeters. See, this is 0.5, not even it shoot smoothly. Now let's pull it really quick on this one. Can you see how grainy it is? It's not the airbrush. It's a very poor pressure. That's the real pressure that you will get when you get this kind of. It can be helpful for me, I mean, for that kind of thing, but not for working, not for real working. Oops, this is skip. Well, because it's thick. Anyways, you see, you saw the truth. So that's an honest review. Let me your comments. That's it. If you think this video was helpful, it helps the channel. Subscribe, give me any comments, and that's it. So, and I come up with more videos, honest videos. Ciao, ciao. See? And it's still grainy. Bueno, pues le he puesto un poco de la golden y a ver cómo se deja comportar. Bueno, recuerden, ese es el iWata .35 y es una chulada de aerógrafo. Miren. No hay necesidad de sprayar más. Con esto pueden ver la calidad de presión de aire.